Welcome to Weeping Willow Homestead and another What We Eat for Dinner in a Week. In these videos, I show you how I try to combine inexpensive Aldi groceries with food that we are blessed with from the food pantry to make hopefully well-balanced, nutritious meals. As a family, we generally eat low carb because my husband and I do for health reasons. And as the sole cook in the house, it is easier for me to just make one meal than to try to short order cook it. But you'll see variations to that and I'll explain as I go. So tonight is Monday night, and this is not the meal that I had planned. I had down to make salmon patties tonight, but the day started off rather chilly, but then got progressively warmer. I mean, it was still in like the high 50s maybe, but I ended up getting the yard work bug and getting a bunch, well, not a bunch, but like one big physical labor task done that involved a whole lot of rocks, like large rocks around my iris beds and my herb bed, and it was a big deal. So I came in and I was like, I really do not feel like cooking a big complicated meal. So I looked at what I had on the menu for the rest of the week and decided to just go ahead and make big salads. This is a family favorite. Anytime my kids are like, hey, what's for dinner? And I say big salads, they cheer. So, and this is a great way of getting your kids to eat salad, which may not be one of those that kids usually like. But what I do is I pull out all kinds of toppings and then I let them pick and choose whatever they want on their salad, and it helps them to eat it. So let's look at what we've got tonight. So this is the last of that meh lettuce that we got from the food pantry, and it's been almost 2 weeks ago, and it was still fine. So I had to pull off like 3 or 4 of the outer leaves. So there's not a whole lot. So our big salads will be less salad as much topping, but that's okay. And if you've been following along for a while, you know that I have been having digestive issues, and they are very slowly improving. Lettuce and raw cabbage are still 2 that I have to watch how much I eat. So I just will eat a small portion of lettuce and more toppings. This was a half a pound of bacon, but every time I turned around, a kid was snitching a bite. So there's a little less there than I had hoped, but that's okay. I did, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. No, it was 4 of the frozen chicken thighs from Aldi. I just diced those up and cooked them in a little bit of the bacon fat in the same pan as the bacon. So now, full-blown toppings wise, I have a pack of those marinated asparagus, and I will probably be the only one that eats that because I have a couple of kids that love asparagus, but they didn't care for the marinated ones. It kind of tastes like a vinaigrette on it, so most of my kids don't like vinaigrette. We have raisins, sliced almonds, the last of the croutons, some shredded cheese, hard-boiled eggs, and those are ours. 3 avocados for my husband will eat a whole one. I will eat a whole one. And then I just have a couple of kiddos that like avocados, so that will get split between them. And then a variety of salad dressing. So we've got ranch, the blue cheese from Aldi. This is a homemade honey mustard recipe, and I will share it because it's super easy. You've probably got the ingredients on hand, and you can make as much or as little as you want, and it's delicious. And then I had picked up this from the food pantry quite a while back, and I wasn't feeling either one of those, so I went ahead and opened it. It's not great on carbs. I think it's 8 for 2 tablespoons, but I'm not a one who dresses my salad heavily. I generally like a light dressing. So that is all of it. Obviously, there are so many more things that you could add to your salad. Please tell me, what are your favorite salad toppers? Because I'm constantly looking for more things to pull out. My kids aren't big fans of like sunflower seeds, but in the past, we've also done like diced tomatoes. We've done I did a recipe a while back that was a Big Mac salad, and it was a huge hit. Everybody liked it. So I need to bring it out again. But I generally don't do salad as much during the winter as I do during the summer. So, all right, that is Monday night. We will see you tomorrow. It is Tuesday night, and a lot of times on Tuesday we do something Mexican related, usually tacos or fajitas, which is what we're doing tonight. So this is about a half of a gallon size bag, maybe a little bit more than that, of peppers that I grew last summer and froze. A couple of onions and about 3 decent sized chicken thighs. This is not... Okay, this is one where like some of my family likes it and some of them don't. So this is one of those rare nights where I will make all of the kids eat at least some. And then if they're still hungry, I've got some bread. I'll let them come in and make like a peanut butter sandwich or something. And then I used hang on, this packet of fajita simmer sauce is what I put on it. Normally I do a can of drained diced tomatoes and some fajita seasoning. I have a recipe that I use that makes it in bulk, but just like a packet of fajita seasoning would probably do. And then I bake it at 400 degrees for about an hour. 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how you like your vegetables. We like them a little bit more cooked, so if you like them a little bit like crunchy or something like that, then do that. So for the kids, they will have theirs on flour tortillas from Aldi. I do not, I think I have one more of the Egg Life wraps because, yeah, we had leftover taco meat the other day and I wanted tacos, so I had tacos. So there aren't any of those, a whole lot of those left. And then toppings wise, so my husband and I will just do the fajitas in a bowl, no big deal. You can also do this over rice or cauli rice if you want to do that. And then toppings, sour cream, salsa con queso, and some shredded mozzarella cheese. So that is a nice, fairly quick in the preparation because most of the vegetables and the chicken were, just slice it up real quick. But anyway, that is Tuesday night's dinner. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Wednesday night, and tonight we are having what was not on the menu for this week. It was on the menu for another day, but my husband got called out to leave a little earlier than I was expecting, so I wanted to switch up meals because he had requested salmon patties, and that's what was on the menu, so we'll save that for another day. This is... the recipe, I think, is called Keto green bean skillet or something like that. It is ground beef or ground turkey or whatever you want to use. I did half a pound of each. And then you brown that up, and then you add in cream cheese, some heavy whipping cream or milk, some coconut aminos or soy sauce, some garlic powder, salt, and then that kind of makes like a sauce or a gravy almost as it thickens. And then you pour on 2 drained cans of green beans. I did 1 quart of home canned green beans. Sprinkle it with mozzarella, and then you bake it for just a little while, essentially just to warm the green beans and melt the mozzarella. And this is just so yummy, creamy, delicious comfort food. And that's kind of what I was in the mood for tonight anyway. So yeah. And then to serve this for the kids, I did a pouch of the instant mashed potatoes and just did those to package directions, and then I added some butter on top because, mashed potatoes need butter. You could also serve this on top of egg noodles, on top of rice, on top of cauli rice. All of those would be delicious. For me, I'll just eat it as is without anything underneath it, and that's fine with me. So that is a nice comfort food Wednesday evening meal. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Thursday night, and apparently my track record is this wasn't on the menu either. I had down to do Chinese food, and I did not have chicken thawed out for that. And I realized we had chicken like a couple of nights this week, I think. I don't even remember anymore. And so I was like, you know what? That ham sounds really good that I picked up from the store, and I had gotten it cut up. So I did a couple big crowns of broccoli, steamed those, and then browned up one of the packages. It was about 3 cups of ham. And then made a simple cheese sauce and stirred it all together and baked it. It smells delicious, so I'm glad that I did that. With that, for the kids to kind of give them a carb and bulk it up just a little bit, I made just simple drop biscuits. I'll put that recipe in the show notes because it's an easy one and makes really good. Yeah. And those bake in the oven at 450, which is a high temperature, but it's only for like 12 minutes. So I just threw the casserole in the same because everything was already hot. It was just pretty much just to get all the cheese melty and all the flavors combined. So it ended up being a pretty easy meal. So that is Thursday night. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Friday night, and Friday night at our house means pizza night. Sometimes that's homemade, sometimes that's store-bought. It is almost never takeout. I know it's been well over a year because we live too far out for takeout to be delivered. And I can make a whole lot of pizzas frozen or homemade for way cheaper and probably in just about the same amount of time that it would take us to drive there and drive back. So tonight is going to be like a whole lot of all of it. So this is the DiGiorno pizza that we picked up from the food pantry the other day. And then this is a pack of the mini naan that we got from the food pantry maybe earlier this week. I don't even remember. My days are running together. And those I just put pasta sauce and some shredded cheese on it and baked them for about 400 degrees for about 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes. And I did that so that I've got one kiddo that does not like pepperoni because it's ever so slightly spicy when it's cooked, my 3-year-old. And then I also have a couple of my kids just like cheese pizza. For me, I did a low-carb crust. I'll put that recipe in the show notes. It is mozzarella cheese, Parmesan cheese, and egg, and that's it. So it makes a pretty darn tasty crust. It's not super like chewy like a pizza crust like a dough is, but it's good. And I just did half pepperoni and half cheese, and that will for sure last me at least 2 meals. For sides, we have the 1 can of homegrown, home-canned green beans and the giant cantaloupe that we got from the food pantry, and I just cut the whole thing up, and my kids will eat on it for the next several days. It is a slightly underripe cantaloupe, but my kids have already been snacking on this, so they obviously don't mind, and I don't like cantaloupe anyway, so I don't mind either. I'm going to set that back over on the counter back here. Tonight is also the one night a week that we always do dessert. Usually maybe 1 or 2 other nights we will do something small dessert like a piece of candy or a cookie or something. But Friday night is we always do dessert. We do pizza, we watch a movie, we eat a dessert. So the kids, I have cookies, there's the little cups of ice cream, there's candy from Easter. Yeah, I'm just going to lay everything out that's an option and let them choose whatever they want. For me, I still have some of the low-carb ice cream left. I still have, and I can always do yogurt with peanut butter and chocolate chips, and I've got those strawberries. So that actually sounds delicious right now. So yeah, that'll be dessert. So that's Friday night. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Saturday night, and Saturday night I usually make a big meal. Traditionally what I grew up having on like Sundays after church. So tonight we are having meatloaf, and these are 2 small meatloaves that I made quite a while back and put in the freezer raw. And they are a combination of deer meat, beef, and ground turkey from Aldi. So yeah, and I put barbecue sauce on those. That's not normally what I do. Normally, growing up, we did a mixture of ketchup and brown sugar. And if you do not have to eat low carb, do that. It is delicious and amazing. I don't know why. But, yeah, I need to buy some, brown sugar, like Swerve brown sugar, and try doing it with that. But I just haven't ever got around to it. But anyway, meatloaf. Steamed carrots with butter on them. This is 2 zucchini from Aldi. I sauteed them, and then garlic, Italian seasoning, Parmesan cheese, and some mozzarella cheese on the top, and it smells amazing. A thing of the instant mashed potatoes for the kids, and some mashed cauliflower for me. I also have leftover biscuits from the other day that are already on the table and waiting for us. So, if you are new here, this is the end of my week of meals. And that is because I don't cook on Sundays. I take the day off on Sunday. So when we get home from church tomorrow, I will pull out all of the leftovers, which is part of the reason why I make a big meal on Saturday. I pull out all of the leftovers and I let the kids pick and choose whatever they want. If they want meatloaf and a hot dog and some carrots, fine. If they want nothing but vegetables, fine. I don't really care. It is the one day a week that I'm just like, eat whatever. I'm not worried about a balanced meal. But it gets the leftovers used, which is why I do that. We almost never have any leftovers left after Sunday. If we do, I try to get them eaten early the next week as a lot of times my lunch. For dinner tomorrow night, I pull out charcuterie board things. Okay, my 13-year-old is in the background playing with my 3-year-old if you hear giggles. Okay, so Sunday night, I pull out for dinner charcuterie board things. Cheese, cured meats, dried fruits, crackers, goat cheese, graham crackers, pickles, anything like that. And I even bust out paper plates for that night. And then once again, I let the kids pick and choose whatever they want. And so it means that I have the day off from cooking. I also don't clean, do laundry, any kind of dishes, anything like that. We do church and then we come home and rest. And a lot of times we'll take like a family walk. We'll play games, watch some YouTube, just goof off for the day. So it makes for a nice relaxing Sunday, which then restores me and gets me ready for another Monday. So that is our week of meals. I will make sure to post any relevant recipes in the show notes. Quit. I will make sure to post any relevant recipes in the show notes. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Goodbye and God bless.